So I invite you to begin simply by letting your eyes either be closed or open with a soft gaze. And this practice that we'll be doing today at the beginning is a kind of body scan. I'll invite you to imagine that your mind is like an MRI machine, magnetic resonance imaging machine. You might know how it scans through an entire disk of your body, the entire cross section of your body. So you might imagine for the first few moments that your mind is like a scanner and that it's scanning a cross section right through the center of your brain. You might imagine that disk there right now. And I'll invite you to sense that you can notice as much as possible throughout that disk. So perhaps you'll notice sensation. Maybe there's warmth or tingling or pressure or some other felt sense. Or maybe there's a visual experience. Maybe you see a disk of light. Or maybe you see a cross section of your brain. But as best you can, in some way, try to notice as much along the entire disk as you can. You might need to move your attention around, but sensing all around the disk as best you can. And then when you're ready, you can begin to let that disk start to move down your body. It can be at whatever pace works for you. That disk will continue to move down the body. As it does, it'll change its size, right? Staying roughly at the contour of your body. So a little bit wider at the head, a little bit narrower at the neck, wider still at the chest and shoulders and the rest of the torso. Maintaining as best you can a sensation throughout the disc as the disc moves. When you get to your feet, simply reverse direction, move back towards your head. When you get to your head, reversing direction again, back towards your feet. Go back and forth in your own time. Now, as you continue to move this scanning mind through the body, chances are you'll encounter places where there's tension or holding in some way. So you might add to this scanning mind a warming or massaging element so that as the scanning mind encounters tension in the body, it invites a softening or a releasing, a letting go. To whatever degree the body will naturally let go without force. So that with each pass of your mind through the body, you find the body a little more relaxed. Now you might add to this scanning mind a kindness element, so that as you continue to scan through the body, it offers kindness to every organ of the body, to every muscle, to every cell. You might invite a kind of softening so that every part of your body can receive this sense of kindness, can absorb it, can take it in. You might let this scanning mind expand a little bit outside your body now, so that as it's offering kindness to every aspect of your being, not just the body, but also your emotional body, your mental body, your sense of personality. If you have a sense of a soul or a spirit in some way, offering kindness to that as well. So that this scanning mind is offering kindness to every aspect of who you perceive yourself to be. And now invite you to let this scanning mind grow to be the size of the room that you're in, so that it now is scanning from the floor to the ceiling and the ceiling to the floor. And as this mind scans the entire room, it colors the field around you with kindness. The space itself is filled with an aura, if you will, of kindness. You might sense that wherever you go, whatever you do, you take this field of kindness with you, this field both internally and externally. And when you encounter others, in whatever way you encounter them, they enter this field and are touched by the kindness. And now I'll invite you to imagine that this scanning mind encompasses the entire earth, and that you're scanning from the ground to the heavens and the heavens to the ground. And that there's a sense of offering this kindness towards all beings everywhere, inviting this field of kindness to extend in all directions, holding all beings, all space in kindness. And now from this place, we're going to be unguided for a number of minutes. You have a few choices about how you might practice. One is you might simply continue to practice with this scanning mind in whatever way you wish, whether you're bringing kindness to yourself or others. You might simply rest in stillness, rest in non-doing. Here you can bring attention to your whole body and your whole breath, and just sense that you're resting back, like sitting at the dock of the bay, just watching experiences come and go, resting in a sense of non-doing. And the third option is there may be something that's being called to be contemplated, in which case you can deliberately let the awareness of the body, of this scanning mind, of the breath, go to the background. Turn your attention towards whatever is calling you and holding it with a sense of equanimity and curiosity. And we'll practice one of these choices in silence for the next 7 minutes. And now for the last couple minutes of the meditation, I'll invite you to imagine some being that you know or know of who is wise, kind, assured, calm in the presence of challenge. It might be someone you actually know. It might be an historic or religious figure, a Gandhi perhaps. It might be even a mythic figure, an angel or bodhisattva of compassion. Choosing one, whichever your inner guidance just brings to mind. And I'll invite you to keep them in your mind's imagination for a few moments, noticing what it's like to be in their presence. If they were standing before you, how would you feel? How would you experience your own mind and body? How might your behavior begin to shift or change in their presence? As you see them as clearly as you can, now beginning to imagine that you can let them come into your own body so that you become this wise, kind, calm, centered being, letting their essence fill your own body as best you can, allowing the sense of your body to conform to the experience of them, these qualities within you. Imagine breathing as this being, sensing as this being. And now taking the last couple of minutes of the meditation and imagining or experiencing how you would behave, how you would act in this world from this place. Letting the critical mind go for a few minutes as you just imagine, what actions might you take? How might you interact with others? What would be wise, kind, skillful? Now in a moment, I'll be ringing the bell. for us to come back from the meditation, the invitation is, as best you can, bringing with you, as you open your eyes, this sense of this wise, kind, centered being. As best you can, maintaining, at least in the background, some awareness of what it might be like to be this being, to hold these qualities within yourself.